Check, check, check. What's good? It's your boy Gooseneck Gamer, and we are back here with the Red Zone PML's very own. My apologies. Let's do this right. PML's very own Red Zone Fantasy Report, and I got two hosts with me, a decent guy and another guy that we all love to hear. Let's start with the okay guy. Neff, say what's up to the people.
Check, check, check. It's your boy Nef Gamer.
Oh wow! Oh wow!
I was just trying it out, see if it works.
How did it work for you? How did it feel? How did it feel?
It felt good. It felt good. But I don't know if I'm gonna continue rolling with it. We'll see. I might add it to Gold Rush. Might get my views up. We'll see.
Okay, I got you. I gotta catch up on Gold Rush, man. I gotta catch up on Gold Rush. And now finally, the voice y'all been waiting to hear. Paint dry itself. Fallen, say what's up to the people.
Hey, what's up, guys? We're back with the Fantasy Championship Week preview. So we're.
Oh yeah, it's definitely getting good.
Yeah, we got a PML game going on as well, but we appreciate you guys listening in.
Oh, definitely.
We're gonna have to send you to Cookie Boy's class of enthusiasm when it comes to hopping on mic.
I guess I'll get some classes going.
He said it.
I'm just messing with him.
No, yeah, definitely.
I thought he said it.
Yeah, but now, guys, as always, thanks for checking in, man. We're back. I'm working on getting the schedule up. Messing with the settings. I didn't want it to interfere with the podcast. But go ahead.
So we'll make a general announcement based on next season. We're almost wrapping this up. Next PML season, we're going to see if we could extend the fantasy to 12 teams. If not, if we stay with 8, we're going to roll with some keepers for teams that are involved already. So based on the 8 teams, so if we roll with that, everybody will get 2 keepers, but they can't keep a first round pick. So if that player was picked in the first round this past draft, we still have that in the spreadsheet. So if you picked first round, you can't keep them, but everybody else on your current squad, even if you inherited that squad, you could choose 2 people to keep. But if we extend this to 12 teams, which I hope we do, I hope more people get involved, then that'll be perfect, and we'll do a full draft so everybody gets to pick their own players.
Yeah, I like 12 just because that gives us 3 teams in each division versus with 10. If we had 4 divisions, it's kind of 2 divisions are lopsided. That was one of the main reasons why we have 4 divisions in each conference, NFC, AFC. 6 teams in each, and so I think that'd make for a nice.
If we did the 12 teams, that would be perfect because you get 5 points for winning your division. It also gives more people more opportunity to get some content points.
Yeah, definitely awesome, man. So if you're interested, if you're listening, because I know a lot of people are watching the games, but if you're listening, afterwards and you're interested, now would be the time to blow up Nef's inbox. I know you've never talked to him before, probably don't even know how to spell his username. I get it. Unfortunately, I'm in his division. I have to see it all the time. But definitely let him know, hey, guy, never talked to you before, probably never talked to you again, but this one time I would like to, get in the league, so. This is the only league he runs, so fortunate for us.
If you can't, get to me, you could always go through Gooseneck. I know he's not a busy man, so if you message him, he'll get back to you right away. He also, I know you guys like to stay up late, so he's also up at 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning. So you guys got that. If you need to hit up Goose, go ahead. I think you could go through him as well.
Got you. You could hit me up. I understand you want to talk to somebody cool. I get it. But let's talk about the championship, man. If we weren't, that's why we'll take you out the picture so we can talk about championships. Shout out JP. JP said Neff is always in my inbox. Oh wow. Okay. See, on here, I'm lost.
You lost where?
Well, on Twitch, it says FKNJP, but I could have swore I saw it somewhere else as FKJNP, so I don't ever know.
Yeah, it's JNP on Discord, right? Yeah, no, it's NJP.
Okay.
No,
okay.
I think I just got it wrong in
Oh,
fantasy.
you fucked that up too. Got you. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I fucked that up.
All right, my man said dyslexia. Shout out to eBay Beats in the chat. I actually have people that come in on my stream, bro. But so let's talk about the championship, man. It's pretty awesome. I'm excited about it. Who?
Well, before we go to the championship, we gotta
wait.
talk
I got
about
you. Let's
these,
build up some anticipation.
we gotta talk about these semifinals and what's going on there.
Yeah.
Oh wait, that's right. They haven't finished. Let me get the stats up on the boards for our viewers, man. But go ahead, talk about it while I get the stats up.
And there's a key matchup going on right now in PML.
True.
If you're interested in watching a PML game and you're not a part of PML, you could go over to SGO the Natural. Yeah, you could go over to SGO the Natural and watch that game as it's going on live. And it's a close game. I know Fallen's got a lot riding on this game. He's got Michael Thomas going for the New Orleans Saints. And he's also got Aldrick Rosas, the kicker for the Patriots. So he's got a couple people that he needs points from to hopefully, make a comeback against Q, who's got over 150 points. He's down by 27 right now, so
True.
He needs a big game from Michael Thomas specifically, and then Aldrick Rosas has I think like 3 or 4 field goals already.
Yes, he has. All right, here we go. Wow, that popped right. I don't even remember pressing the button. That's kind of disturbing. Oh, well, it popped right up, so I guess that's all that matters.
Spot?
Yeah, I don't know, bro. It popped right up on stream. I'm like, I didn't even click OK, but none of my business. Good thing I wasn't watching porn, right? That could have been awful. So let me get the
score. On stream.
Let me see here. So Fallen versus Q. Let me get that up for the viewers. Get the score on the boards here for our fantasy. So boom.
Yeah, right now it's 160.84 for Q.
Q's in the chat too. Q said he has a Saints kicker. Oh my God, this is a.
Yeah, he does. He has a Saints kicker in the Patriots defense.
This game specifically, the Saints game, Saints and Patriots game is going to wrap up both fantasy scores. I mean, it'll wrap up both unless on the other one we'll talk about that when we get there. But Michael Thomas is the key for you, I think, Fallen.
Yeah,
he is. I don't think he's doing as well as I would have hoped for.
Yeah, and there's 3 points for Will Lutz.
3 points just went up for the Saints kicker. So, it's just one of those games where I think Q had everybody except one person, which was Odell Beckham, which is surprising because Jarvis Landry sat out that game, so you figure Beckham would have been the next go-to. But either way, Q didn't really need it, I kind of sabotaged myself in this game.
Talk about that a little bit. We've mentioned it throughout the season. We've mentioned it multiple times. When you're going up against somebody on the other side that has your players in their lineup, does that change things? And I'm not trying to throw a shot here, but I noticed that you ended up coming out with a loss against the Jets. Was that in the back of your mind while you were playing early on and then got behind so much where you couldn't come back and really started having to use those guys?
This sounds like a Pete Rose question. This is getting good.
It's a Pete Rose situation. What happened there?
Yeah, so I'm fighting for playoff life in PML, so I definitely didn't want to sit these two guys. They're key components to my offense, but they're also key components to Q's fantasy roster. So I struggle with it, but ultimately I wanted to get the win. So my game plan going into that was just to at least have one do well and then maybe not use the other one so often. But unfortunately with that, the game plan didn't really sit well, and coming out after halftime, I had to start passing the ball more, and I found some success with it. But in that game, when I was driving to score, ended up one of my tight ends fumbled. So just kind of how the game went. But first and foremost, I think everybody would agree, you try to win the games in PML, and then fantasy comes secondary. So it just the way the matchups came out, it was unfortunate for me that it was a high-scoring game against the Jets, and which gave Q a lot of points for fantasy. Between the two of them, he had 58 points between Hawkins and Watson. So, and looking at the score right now, if you take that off the board, then I would be in the lead. But,
True.
You live and learn. So, but ultimately, I did struggle with that for a few seconds, but, obviously I want to make the playoffs in PML, so you definitely try to win. So I think really what I struggle with is not realizing that Austin Eckler was hurt. So, he usually gets me 20 to 30 points a game. So having him out definitely hurt. And then, Ricky Seals-Jones, again, really didn't have a hot game. So both those
don't put this on good old Goose. Don't do that.
I heard it, and I ignored it. It's okay.
Don't do that.
I can change up the intro.
The funny thing about the whole Eckler situation that I wanted to bring up, I remember talking to you right after Eckler had a tough game last week, and you checked injury report prior.
Yeah, and I guess I don't know what I was thinking that night, because I definitely scrolled through the injuries, and I didn't see him on there, so I couldn't even tell you what I was looking at. I guess I just missed him. But yeah, because we did let Q, we decided that we could change up our lineup right after advance, just because it's important, and we're in the fantasy championship, so wanted to kind of make that even. So I double checked it, and I don't know. I couldn't tell you what I was thinking, but
because I'm looking now, because I just got 2 injuries this week, and they're showing on the injury report. So if Eckler was injured, it should have shown on the injury report.
I think what I ended up doing, I ended up clicking on Eckler, and I guess I didn't show it sometimes. It doesn't show it sometimes. So I didn't actually scroll through the injuries. I just ended up click on Eckler, and that's what I was looking for, it in the bottom corner, and I didn't see it. So that was my mistake. But
I noticed that too when I was earlier in the season. I noticed that when I was looking at Henry Ruggs specifically, and I think it might have been in stats that I was looking. And when I looked at the stats, you can't see any injury emblem or anything that gives you a hint. So I think the only way to really see is to go through the injury report. And,
just to scroll through that. And I don't think I ended up doing that. If I remember correctly, I think I did just go to the team and click on Eckler, and I didn't see it. So I thought I was in good shape. But but ultimately, I would have started, had I not started Eckler, I would have started the Aaron Jones, which I think he ended up getting 15 points. So I still would have been losing. But
but it would have been better.
It would have been closer, and it would have been better than a 0.
I mean, you had Aaron Jones or Tariq Cohen.
Cohen I started. Jones would have been the one that I would have started.
Cohen was in the one. Yeah, because
this is such a peaceful conversation. Q's won this game. That's just. Why
you gotta ruin his hopes?
I just got tired of paint drying, bro. Like, this game's over, Fallen. Like, I mean, we're great. I don't know if we're great.
You
friends.
still got hope, Fallen.
Yeah.
Oh, we're going to your matchup
than
next?
The Cardinals do. You got way more hope than the Cardinals do.
Oh, whoa. Chill. You get gifted a top, 10 team, and okay, I hear you. But shouldn't you be playing CHL somewhere? But
let's talk about Goose's matchup next.
I got you. I see what's
Goose's matchup all season was fixing that lineup that he inherited from LQ Noble.
Yeah,
that's a rough subject. He got screwed.
I think I managed 1 win out of there, so I'll take it. But
you did.
I just think with
you
the
did
Patriots,
have a good pickup. You did have a good pickup with Josh Allen, though.
Yeah.
But the Patriots defense, they scored a touchdown. So I think to your point, it is.
I mean, Michael Thomas getting you 30 points is not impossible, but we all know that our Saints user is going to Kamara for the rest of the game. So that's what's going to hurt you.
It looks like Kamara just scored.
It's 34-26. Kamara went from not used enough to overused, and two cycles.
Yeah, for real, seriously. But the Saints did just score, which is, if anything, that just gives the Patriots, anybody who has a Patriots player or Patriots defense, that just puts, an opportunity for them to make more plays. But I don't think Marco Thomas is about to get you 40 points. He could.
No,
I don't think so
not
either.
a chance.
No.
I think the
I don't think so.
I think the game's over.
Yeah. I honestly expected you
don't tell
Fallen. Yeah, I won't say a word about it.
Yeah, I expected it too, but
I expected me in the Super Bowl, but my lineup went cold at the wrong time, and certain lineups started getting hot at the right time. Mally Rojo is one, and let's move on to his game, because this one seems to be wrapped up as well. When you look at it, Mally Rojo's got 145.14, and then FKNJP is 112.3. Cam Newton is looking like real life Cam Newton right now for the Patriots, and even if Trey Nixon doesn't get any points, Cam Newton's not playing a good enough game for FK to come back in this, in my opinion.
I said it on a different show, man. I think it's Felipe Franks' time. I really do. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. I think it's time to put Felipe Franks in. And I mean, I know, he's probably going to miss some throws, but just with how Cam has played, I think Cam's time is come and gone.
Yeah. And
Q, by the way, Q just said in the chat he's on his way home. He needs to make an adjustment to his lineup before the next week's game. I mean, depending on how long you get home, you got time.
I will give people ample time, especially in the Super Bowl. So I'll make sure they get their lineups in the way they want it. Because even if the first game goes on, when we advance, we still got plenty of time before we have to really lock those lineups. And maybe you start to lock it after the first quarter, I guess, because you could see who's hot and who's getting fed the most. Yeah. But other than that, I think we got a little bit of time. It doesn't have to be 9 p.m. like it usually is. That was basically, for the 0.25 of a content point that we were offering for putting in your lineups. So I didn't have to babysit and chase people down.
True. Understandable. I
think we're moving on to Mally and FK.
Yes, sir. I got it up on the screen now. So if anything, Cam Newton would have to have an amazing fourth quarter here for FK to pull this one out, which I know it's possible. I just don't know that I see it. I'm not saying it's not possible. No. I just don't see it happening.
I don't think it's possible.
He's going to need to. Pats are losing right now.
Yeah, but I see him feed like
maybe it will be Felipe Franks' time.
Yeah, I think it will. We'll see him season 3, and I think if Cam had a good season, this is off fantasy, but I think if Cam had played better this season, he probably would have ran Cam one more season to put more content into Felipe Franks, but it's not looking like he's going to get that choice. But I don't see it happening. It is possible. Right now, just watching the drive, Phillip Lindsay's getting the touches, so that's where your money is. As far as fantasy goes.
I think with the whole Felipe Franks and Cam thing, I think it's a little bit of natural staying true to, keeping it sim, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm. Like, instead of going with a new guy with a high throw power, he's going with the guy who's a superstar. And because if he did go to Felipe Franks in the season, people would be talking if it was if it wasn't a success for him. Then hey, you had Cam Newton, superstar Cam Newton, and you're going with Felipe Franks. True. So it's kind of a double-edged sword. But when you look at Felipe Franks, he's got the throw power to make a difference. I think throw power, just like speed in Madden, is bar none.
I agree. So, looking like our Super Bowl, the championship for fantasy is going to be Q taking on Mally Rojo. Any predictions on this matchup, guys? I got one or two.
So for people that are new and didn't watch the last episode, the championship is going to be week 15 and week 16. So it's going to be a combined of both. Now, the funny thing is, if you think about it, if you have some top guys, we have a usage rule in PML.
Yeah.
So those top guys could be missing some touches come week 15 and week 16. So this is where it's going to get fun and it's going to get tricky for people. You're definitely going to have to pay attention to, certain rumblings in the chat and stuff like that to see if guys are going to get less touches.
Well, I think this is where your philosophy comes in and really hits home. You know how you say you like to get running backs, because as of right now, we do not have a usage rule on running backs. So I would say this is when you have a running back on your team. This is when he's going to shine. And specifically, I mean, just looking at the backs on the starting lineups, because, I guess I could go to their full roster for the sake of. But,
it's just a couple.
Yeah, Q's got Javian Hawkins and Matt Breida. Week 15, the Dolphins are going to play the Panthers. He's blitzing a lot, that run defense. And then week 16, he's got Matt Breida. Breida's going to play against, let me go about Javian Hawkins also. I just had it up. Texans are going to play the Colts. They have a nice run line. Their strength is in their run stopping and not in their pass defense, the Colts. So, I'm not saying Javian Hawkins won't get 100 yards. I'm saying I don't know if he's going to be the guy to rest to win on. Then you play the Jaguars, Javian Hawkins versus the Jags defense, week 16. And then with Matt Breida, like I said, he's got the Panthers that first week. Then he's got, where's the team at? The Saints week 16. To me, those aren't favorable compared to who Molly Rojo has Ezekiel Elliott. I think that's where the championship could fall for Molly Rojo is on Zeke's shoulders, because the Cowboys have the Eagles defense, which is good, but the Cowboys offensive line, I believe it's better. Then week 16, the Cowboys go up against the Panthers. Same thing. Panthers have a nice front seven. Not so much that this front seven is nice, the scheme is nice, but I do believe that outside of scheme, I do believe that the Cowboys offensive line is better. So I see potential Molly Rojo championship and it going through Ezekiel Elliott. What you got?
So when I take a look too, there's another person that you missed out on when it came to running back, specifically on Q's lineup. He's got Chuba Hubbard, the Chiefs running back.
Yeah, Chiefs. Yeah, and he's feeding him.
He's been feeding him, and he's had a really good season, kind of quietly. He's got the New York Jets in week 15, and then week 16, he's got the Las Vegas Raiders.
Yeah.
I said Oakland, but Las Vegas Raiders in week 16. So he's got two pretty favorable matchups, I think.
That Jets game could get interesting. The Jets user came in with a heavy rep, but you're right, though. With the weapons that he has, it's going to be hard for him to try to key in on, that'll do you. Cam Newton just got a passing touchdown to Phillip Lindsay. So that he ran that Engage 8 again. But yeah, Cam Newton just got a passing touchdown. So it may not be over yet. Maybe we spoke too soon. But
time out. Can we talk about? He ran an Engage 8
again,
and when it was, it's you're up by one score, you're gonna run an Engage 8. You're gonna sell out for the run.
I don't know.
Maybe he thought he was running the ball. The first time he ran the Engage 8, he actually ran the ball and got a 3-yard loss. So
at that point, I don't want to run an Engage 8. I would just bring the safeties inside the box and, hope for the best, because he's got to score. He's got to score at that point. But that's just me.
Yeah,
still a 1-point game.
True.
But I think the biggest thing for this championship game, Molly Rojo has Daniel Jones.
Let me pull up Molly's lineup. You keep talking. I'm just putting it on the screen for our viewers.
Q has a decision very similar to the one that I had. How much he wants to run Daniel Jones. Q's in the playoff hunt, so he still has to play the Washington football team and then the Cardinals week 15 and 16. So, who's to say that he can't get the job done with Saquon Barkley and minimal use to Daniel Jones, 20 content points is a lot. So,
Yeah, it is.
He has a decision on how he wants to use Daniel Jones and the rest of his roster. So I think that's going to be interesting to see, because it could make or break his championship run. So maybe he uses them in week 15, sees how the score is going into week 16, and then makes a decision from there. So I think that's something to consider.
Yeah, I'm looking at Molly's lineup pretty heavy right now. It seems like his current starting lineup is going to be who he goes with. I'm debating on tie-in if he keeps Gronk. Let's see who Gronk plays week 15.
He's got the Saints, and then he's got the I just saw it too. I just added it. He's got the Saints, and then Eagles. He's got Eagles.
Yeah.
2 solid chances there.
Yeah, definite. Vikings defense. That's the only defense he has. So yeah. Then let's go look. I'll pull up Q's lineup one more time for everybody watching. Where's that tab? How did I lose Q's
Vikings have a tough matchup week 16 when it comes to defense. They're going up against the Ravens as of week 16.
Yeah, that's gonna be a game there because So like you said, he's got Chuba Hubbard. Honestly, just being completely honest, I probably would put Chuba Hubbard in for Matt Breida myself.
Well, he's been running all 3. He's been running.
Oh, that's
Chuba
right. My
Hubbard
bad. Flex. But how did I miss that? Yeah, right there, the flex. Bateman. Who's he got receiver? Devontae Adams and Odell Beckham.
This is what's very interesting that I'm looking at now is Q, when he drafted his team, he took the Patriots defense in the 4th round, if I'm not mistaken, or 3rd round, or he took them real high, and it might pay off because I just took a look at who the Patriots are playing the last 2 weeks. Week 15, he's got the Jaguars, who just put up 80 yards or less than 80 yards against the Bills.
True.
And had a bunch of turnovers. And then he's got the Atlanta Falcons, who don't have a quarterback at the moment that scares anybody.
Yeah. And
really just has Todd Gurley. And if you have one thing and you're going up against somebody like Natural and the Patriots defense, it's not going to bode well for you because he's going to take that one thing away and force you to beat him with something else.
True.
Yeah, and Malley has Todd Gurley.
Yeah, he does.
So that could really affect that game.
Yep.
Yeah, so this will be
it's gonna be close.
Yeah, that back combination, man, Javian Hawkins, Chuba Hubbard, that could wreck. I could see 50 points coming from those 2 guys alone. Patriots defense, that could be another, who knows. Deshaun Watson, a solid 20. Odell Beckham, we'll see if he gets targeted or not. It depends on well, we'll know he'll get targeted. It's more like how much will he get targeted, because I'm pretty sure Jarvis Landry is sitting again. So
I don't know if Q's still watching, but if you do win that 20 content points for the championship, I strongly suggest you send about 5 over to JT for drafting for you while you were MIA.
That did happen. I forgot that happened. You're right.
He picked Chuba Hubbard. That was one of his picks.
And I picked Javian Hawkins for him as well.
Yeah, and we picked Javian Hawkins. He asked about Javian Hawkins, and we kind of just gave it to him because that was the only possible name we could think of. He was too busy, I guess, in another league playing a game instead of drafting his damn fantasy team, and it's working out for him because you don't know
most of them.
Yeah, he sent pressure.
Yeah, that's game because that's even more points for him right there with the Patriots defense, which I had a feeling that
some of the users of PML will probably run a PA play here and try to toss it up.
No comment.
No comment.
Maybe somebody would have ran that slot fade.
Yeah, slot fade at that moment.
Maybe
just
so.
a really really
Cam
seal
Newton.
the win because he could still come back.
Cam Newton just lost 2 yards.
Yeah, he did. All
right, so that game ended. You want to enter the stats so we
let's check
can
it
make
out.
this thing
make it official?
for sure. Yeah, make it official.
You want to kill him live? Okay, that's all right.
Yeah, we're gonna kill him live.
I think we
and
did the
then-
same last week too.
Yeah, we did the same thing last week. I was disappointed on air, so we could do the same thing to Fallen.
I already know though. It wasn't close enough for me to really have high hopes.
Well, we're
If I had
updating the
tomorrow.
score live. I'm waiting on it to come through. Has it already
I'm
shown on
going-
your side?
I'm putting it in now for Fallen.
All right, I'll do the Mally game.
Thanks. Oh, it updated. I'm about to say it hadn't updated for me yet, but okay, I had to back out.
Yeah, it
Come back in.
updated.
Ultra Rosas. He was 5 for 5 on field goals, and then he used 3 on extra points.
It's not bad.
Oh, if he got 0 points from Will Lutz in the Patriots defense, you would have beat him. You finished with 163.12.
Damn.
Wow.
But Will Lutz had 2 field goals.
The
That's going to
Patriots
seal the
defense
deal.
Had a good bit too.
Yep, Patriots defense had a pretty solid game. So let's get that updated right now.
Yeah, Trey Lance threw 5 picks. Damn.
Patriots. So they had 5 picks.
One
As
defensive
hosts,
touchdown.
1 defensive touchdown.
Yeah, I'm
Any
looking at
safeties? No safeties.
No.
Obviously, I don't think there was 1 safety all season. Oh, I had the 49ers had a safety. I had one
I'm
game.
about sure I thought I saw one.
Now I gotta check if the Saints had any defensive scores. I don't think they did.
I'm on it right now, I can tell you. No, sir. 0.
All right, so he gave up 35 points. He's gonna get -4 for that.
Mm-hmm.
But so it is official, Fallen. You are going to play golf with me when it comes to fantasy. 163.12 for Fallen, 181.84 to Q. So congratulations to Q on the win. And then you want to announce the other game?
Yeah, so we had Mally with 155.34 and FK with 122. So this game wasn't really close, but we kind of expected this outcome. So congrats to Mally. Should be a good championship round with Q versus Mally. So 2 high-scoring rosters that we've seen kind of very consistent all year long.
Mm-hmm.
So it should be pretty good over 2 weeks.
Yep, over 2 weeks. That's going to be the interesting part. So, good luck to Q and Mally Rojo. Congrats on making the championship too. But best of luck. 20 content points on the line. I mean, that's no small fee. That handles your training camps come off season, and you have a little bit extra left over.
True. Well, I like it, man. I think that's pretty awesome. We got a lot of speculation coming up here. It could be the tail of the backs, man. It's looking at the backfield there. It's we're gonna see how it actually plays out, man. But it's got potential to be something special. I'm going Q, man. I think Javian Hawkins, Chuba Hubbard, Breida give him a couple points. Deshaun Watson have a good game. And you never know what Browns is going to give us. Odell Beckham may give us something we haven't seen since, I don't know what, Madden 19. So we just don't know what to expect. But I think it'll be a great championship round. I love that it's 2 weeks. Kind of adds a lot of suspense to it. And like you said, with people having to watch uses on players, it could really, really, really make for an interesting game.
Oh, yeah. Definitely. Yeah, I'm looking at both lineups, And I'm Todd Gurley. Ezekiel Elliott, like you mentioned, is probably going to be the key to Melly Rojo's lineup. If I'm being honest, I think he'll be the key, and also Joe Mixon. I think he slides by some attention because he did have that 4-game suspension for overusage.
Mm-hmm.
And it could, without worry about overusage this season, I think he could, rely on him the last couple of games. But he's not fighting for anything at this point, so I don't know if he does that or cares that much to lean on him a little extra.
Very true, very true. Well, man, let's go ahead and get out of here. If we don't have any other official business, there's no bye weeks. And it's down to this is the last 2 guys, man.
Nitty gritty.
So, yeah, we'll get those lineups in. Cube, careful driving home if you're not there yet. And we'll see how this pans out.
Yeah, and one last time I want to announce we will be seeing if we could extend it to 12 teams next season. So if you're interested, just hit my DM, hit Fallon's DM, hit Goose's DM. Either one of us could help you. Hell, you could hit JT's DM if you want. He don't answer, though, because he has like this robot thing that doesn't allow for him to answer. But we are definitely interested in moving to 12 teams. The 8 teams, I think, was a huge success, and plus adding Goose to the team, it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be smooth sailing from here on out. Again, if we're not able to move to 12 teams, we will do a keeper league, and we won't allow anybody to keep their first round draft pick, but you can keep 2 players that were outside that first round. Maybe we could talk about a possibility that if you wanted to keep your first round draft pick, you could only keep 1. But if you wanted to do 2, you could do 2 past the first round.
I like it.
That's a little time. That's a little time away, and that's also depending on how many people get interested in the fantasy.
True. I think when those guys see those 20 points go up, and then just with all the extra stuff we've had, man, in the league, I think guys are kind of really buying in more to how immersive PML is, and that's what makes us special.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, guys,
go
ahead.
Yeah, that's. I think that's all I have.
That's all. I don't have anything different. That's. I was about to say that's show.
Yeah, that's all I got. So good luck to Mally and Q, and then just get your rosters set up as soon as you can.
Yeah, we look forward to this.
Yeah, best of luck to you too.
Most definite, guys. We look forward here to it. We look forward to covering it, and we look forward to kind of watching, see how it plays out. As always, guys, thanks for viewing. Your boy Gooseneck Gamer. We are the Red Zone Fantasy Report team, and we are out.